guess it was nice. Why do you hate me? Why can't I stand and walk away? Why is it so damn hard to stay? That was sick because I got something to say. And I'm so sick of all your problems lately. You need your drama so you keep me around. If things ain't getting any better anytime soon, I'm sick of time being pushed around. So I keep waiting for the storm to save me. When everybody wants to shut me down. And I ain't hearing what you gotta say to me. Right now I'm trying to figure you out. When you bring me down. Every time I turn around and I ask you why? Why do you hate me? Why do you try changing who I am? Now why can't I make you understand? Now understand that you're always about to come to an end. No one ever gave a fuck until right now. When they're running and I'm giving it up. Fuck it, I'm not giving everything I ever had to give. But right now I'm just not giving a fuck. So what? So I keep working for the storm to say what? But you can bet I'm getting sick of your lies. Well, I know what you gotta say to me. Why should I even you bring me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why? You keep dragging me down. Still facing to the ground. I ask you why? Why you keep beating me? I can't take this anymore. I gotta ask you why? Why do you drag me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why? Why do you hate me? Yeah, wasn't always gonna be like that. You know it's always your way when you just see past that, yeah. The one day you're gonna understand that you've been running your words for too long and no one cares. Now all these people that you keep on the side, and they don't know you like I do, and all the secrets that you try to hide. Chasing where I always look at you. You're something like my back, just a turn and now I'm for you. You bring me down. Every time I turn around and I ask you why? You keep dragging me down. Still my face into the ground. I ask you why? Why you keep beating me? I can't take this anymore. I gotta ask you why? Why do you drag me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why? Why do you hate me? Welcome. Appreciate you guys coming through. It's a little later than I expected to get on, but had some things going on in life, and life comes before the internet in my world. But yep, thanks to those of you that are here. Some of you are hiding in the bushes, and I appreciate every one of you. Appreciate you coming up and speaking there. Paul Cohen from Dr. Dave's Enchanted Beer Garden, huh? Well, that's a first. But anyways, I've watched Dr. Dave a few times and seen his productions. Probably not the same kind of channel here. May appear to be that I'm doing some of the same type of content. Rest assured, I'm a very
I wouldn't say neutral guy, but very, very different than the most that are out here doing this type of content at the moment. What's happening? Balanced view. Good to see you here. One of the most logical individuals that ended up in my comment section with intelligent rebuts. So, well, I necessarily wouldn't call it trolling. I don't consider myself a troll. You know, I guess you're welcome if that's what you know needs to be said. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would refer to myself as the guy who wants the truth. So I'm a truther in many ways. I'm not. I'm not opposed to the First Amendment, and I don't support those who abuse the First Amendment. There's a line there that some of these individuals, in my opinion, they cross. And they hide behind the First Amendment to conduct themselves in a very scrupulous way, let's say less than respectable. You know, I don't have anybody exercising their First Amendment right, recording people on the street per se, but going out of your way to instigate, to cause an issue, so you again can elicit a negative reaction, so you can get that dopamine hit in your video to share with your viewers. I don't. I'm very thick-skinned, Paul. It's not an insult to me. I understand your comment. I'm not saying that you don't have you have the right to refer to me as what you will, but I'm just clarifying the fact that I don't believe that I am a troll. A troll is somebody who serves no purpose, just to annoy. My purpose isn't to annoy. My purpose is to educate, to bring awareness, to get people to see things from a different perspective if they're willing to do it. You know, there's a lot of people out here who um, are under the perception that this is productive activity out here, and their First Amendment rights supersede common decency. You know, I come from a generation that seems to be a dying breed of men. I'm not reaching around, snapping my arm off to pat myself on the back, but at the same time, when I see these people doing what they're out here doing, you wouldn't have gotten away with this in my day, you know. But I know we're not in my day. There's there's a disturbing trend that's happening in my uh, opinion with these guys online. They've they've apparently discovered a new opportunity to become viral or to be popular, to be watched. Their goal is not to protect the First Amendment in any way, shape, or form. Anybody who believes that these guys out here that are doing what they're doing, this window shopping, whatever you want to call it, that's not very productive in my eye. I seen somebody yesterday in the live stream had mentioned, can't remember who it was, I apologize, but you told me that Liberty Troll had pepper sprayed somebody, and before I could even go and search that video, it ended up in the side column for the videos that are out there that you can look up. And I said, oh, I think that's the video that this person was talking about. And I watched that video. It's only about a half hour long, somewhere in there. And what I witnessed, that guy, Liberty Troll, whatever his name is, I don't know, but it's not surprising that he's in Florida and he hangs around with another piece of crap that I am familiar with, that I've met in person, a YouTuber who is very arrogant and thinks that his shit don't stink. And what I witnessed in the video from Liberty Troll, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe what I was sitting there watching. My blood began to boil, and I thought to myself, if I was there and I witnessed this man do that to this woman, this old lady, Liberty Troll, you'd have been in some shit, boy. You'd have been in some shit. Because my generation, we were taught to respect our elders. If you talked back to an elder in my generation, and even if it wasn't somebody in your family and you did it in the street, you could possibly get your ass handed to you by a total stranger. Kind of like, it takes a village to raise a child. That shit's all gone out the window. That shit has gone out the window where you respect, you don't respect in today's day and age. For some reason, somehow, some way, younger generations, I don't know what categories they are, the millennials, the zillennials, I don't know what you call you fucking guys anymore. I don't care. I don't know the dates, the ranges that you were born and your gap. I don't know. I can't pay attention to that. That's the least of my concern. All I know is that you people that are in today's digital world with the internet, that's all you've known. For the most part, this is all you've known is the internet. You have become I don't even know the proper word to say, but I'll tell you what. You apparently have no self-respect. It's unbelievable. Oh, Zach Cooker is his name. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to write that down. Zachary, probably. Cooker. Appreciate that. And that would be Liberty Troll. I got to put him on my list of real people names. Thank you for that. I know that you guys over there follow the Dr. Dave Beer Gardens and the individuals that are following these types of guys. You do your own research and you get their names and you figure it out fairly quick. I appreciate that. Not that I'm going to do anything with it, but it helps me in my investigative journalist goals, because I need names to do FOIA requests. I need names to do background checks. I need real names to do that shit. So I appreciate that. But anyways, what's up, Taco Shell? Anyways, I'm going to say hello to people, to Paul J. Cohen, Taco Shell. Let's see who else is in here. Not many. A lot of, like I said, there's a lot of individuals who hide in the bushes, that's where you want to be. You want to hide in the bushes, you go ahead and do it. You don't need to be scared. I'm not going to come out of the computer and bite you. Although I can come out of the computer and knock on your door and make you think twice about crossing over from the internet into the real world. So, well, Paul, I'm appreciative. I don't think that you are familiar with me because I guess you would call it the anti-frauditor community. I don't know what you would call Dr. Dave and K-Fart and Frauditor Troll and those individuals. But, even in that genre, I don't get along with some of the individuals that are, the channels that everybody knows about. I'm a different type of person. I don't believe that law enforcement is quite necessary to a certain extent. If you, me, myself, not you or anybody in particular, but me, myself, I don't need law enforcement in my life. I don't need a man with a badge and a uniform, costume, whatever you want to call it. I don't need anybody to tell me how to behave. I don't need that. I am morally sound. I know right from wrong. I don't go out committing crimes. I try to be very respectful. I live and let live. You can do whatever you want as long as you're not harming me or another person, and I won't have a problem with it. But see, we live in a society who believes that law enforcement is necessary, whether you're capable of managing your life without having any, interventions with law enforcement. It's almost as if this country has become pretty used to having Big Daddy protecting them over everything. I don't need Big Daddy. People need Big Daddy to protect them from me. I'm not going to do anything to anybody. I will defend myself, but I don't start no shit, and there won't be no shit. But see, there's a lot of people out here who commit crimes. They steal, they rob, they rape. Do you really need laws to tell you what to do and what not to do in a civilized society? No, I think that that's something that you should have known through your family, teaching you that right from wrong. And that, if most of you don't understand, that's where the word law originated. Some say law stands for land, air, and water, which, to a degree it does. But law is a little history lesson, a little Cliff Clavin for you. But did you know the word law is derived from the word lore, folklore? Your family is the one, before law enforcement existed, your family would teach you right from wrong. Your structure, your clan, and it's the word lore has evolved over the ages, and it's turned into law. Nonetheless, people would argue with me and tell me I'm wrong, which whatever. We all have our own opinions, and so I'm not trying to force my opinion on anybody here at Bad Apple Media. I'm here to share the reality of what's going on and to bring this information that I've acquired, and that, I'm no genius. I don't have all the answers, but I kind of see through the bullshit of what these individuals are doing. It may appear on the surface that they're defending the First Amendment, but that's not really what they're doing. It's a psychological operation that not many can see, because I haven't heard anybody, give the synopsis that I'm, presenting with what's happening. It's kind of hard to explain in a video like this, where I'm just off the cuff. If I sit down and I wrote it down and I, put it in a, word format context, started writing an article, a story, whatnot, maybe focusing and putting a video together, something of that nature. But what I know, what I see, isn't something that I can just spew out in a few minutes here on this live stream or any live stream. I know what I know, and I see the erosion, not the protection and the solidification of the First Amendment. I see the erosion of it slowly but surely, while people are being deceived into thinking and supporting and believing that these individuals are out here are hunkering down and putting it together for us and keeping us, free. That's not what's happening. That's definitely not what's happening. Oh, don't get me wrong there, Paul. I do believe that there's some level of law enforcement is necessary, but we don't need municipality police departments. We don't need state police. What we need is to get back to what this country was originally, designed to be, which is a constitutional republic, where the law enforcement officers that were roaming our lands were county sheriff and his deputized, men, his deputies, and federal marshals. We don't need all of these other law enforcement officers. They're nothing more than contracted, de facto military, quasi-military organizations who enforce man-made rules that pretty much supersede any of the 10 Commandments, which this country was based upon, in my opinion. The 10 Commandments is all the law of the land that you need, in my opinion. Well, hello. Well, Lynette, I'm glad to see that the afternoon shift could arrive. What's up, Lynette? So, see, I see things a little differently than most, and a lot of people are um, reluctant to hear my viewpoints, to have a conversation, which is fine and dandy. I don't expect anybody to jump onto my, you know, my bandwagon and adhere to my viewpoints. It's taken a long time for me to get to this point. I'm 57 years old and I've seen a lot of things and I've experienced a lot of things. I've been a target of law enforcement all of my life, not only myself, but my friends and most of the people in the neighborhood that I grew up in. In reflecting back, hindsight 2020, I would almost, I'm somewhat convinced that one of the neighborhoods that I grew up in was some sort of social experiment. It really was, it's hard to explain, but knowing what I know and taking the totality of all of the things that have occurred, it's almost impossible to think that the things that I've seen and my friends have seen and we've all experienced couldn't have been somewhat manufactured with some sort of influence. I don't know whether it was the drugs that were pouring into the neighborhoods or the alcoholism, or hell, back in the day that I grew up, law enforcement didn't give you crap. You could, get caught drinking and driving and the cops would give you a ride home. They'd take your beer. They'd let you drive on. You got caught with drugs, they'd take it and they would do it themselves, or they'd make you dump it out. It was a different world. And every generation is molded into what they want for specific reasons. If you guys don't understand what the generational gaps are all about and how one generation could have had it so simple and so easy in the economy, and then another generation can barely scrape enough money together to buy a car, or let alone a home. It's got to do with the inflation, the dollar, the value, many things, but it's all done for a purpose. Anywho, what's up, DMCA lawyer? Paul Cohen is a Dr. Dave Cuck. All right, okay. Well, I understand. I hear you. I don't know where you've been. You've been busy doing what you do, which is cool. I ain't got no hate for nobody. I don't even got no hate for my enemies. I'm not allowed to hate my enemies. Well, there is not going to be any self-accountability in the auditor, finger quotations, movement. That it's evolved into a clusterfuck of nitwits whose main goal is nothing but to get the clicks, likes, and the views. So it is what it is at this point. And I guess for the self-accountability aspect, it's probably not going to happen. So I guess they need a guy like me to come along, and need many guys like me to come along and to put them in check. I don't know if any of you watched the video that I did the other day where I went to the courthouse to visit Ian from Welcome to This World, the gentleman who pepper sprayed a business owner outside of his business after he exited the building to go speak to law enforcement, blah, 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 blah. Well, when I went and visited the courthouse and seen Ian and his wife, Pam, and I began to record them, they didn't like it too much. They were very, very uncomfortable being recorded. And I was just one guy with a camera. Now, if I could recruit a dozen people to come to the courthouse and record them and to give them what they give to others, because it's our First Amendment right to do it, maybe that's just a little bit of something that would click in their head to get them to understand that what they're doing is wrong. I don't know if that's how simple it can be, or if it has to get, to some wild extent where you got to pepper spray people. I don't know what it's going to have to take. I can't tell you what it's going to take, but what I've witnessed in the past 6, almost 7 years with these auditors, it's quite um, a different scene out here in the First Amendment community. It's, and I haven't been paying much attention to it for the last 7, 8 months or so, because I've been kind of caught up in my own shit, which I'm not gonna elaborate on here on this live stream. But if you know, you know. So, stay tuned for that. That there will be some updates with that for another day, and you'll wonder why is he not talking? Well, long story short, I'm not at liberty to say anything right now about certain things that I'm dealing with because of another YouTuber or two or three, So, nonetheless, what I'm wanting to do today is, hey, if you guys want to come up and have a conversation, anybody, you're more than welcome to. DMCA lawyer, you've been up here before. You're welcome. I'll put the link in here. The link is right here on the screen. Everything will work out for me, Paul. I don't need any support's great, but I've been doing this. I've been fighting a battle. This isn't my first rodeo with dealing with YouTubers trying to pull some shit over on me, some okey doke using the government as a weapon against me, which is part of what I've been trying to explain to people, that this is what's really going on. It's not as organic as you would think or assume that it is. It's gotten to the point now where people on this platform, in my opinion, there's only two scenarios, for to break it down. Either they're so oblivious to what they're doing and they're mentally disturbed individuals conducting themselves this way, or they're serving a purpose through an agenda that is controlled and manipulated and operated by the government itself through these platforms. There's no other explanation for it. And there's a reason why I am shadow banned and my view counts are low and people don't want to pay attention to it, because a lot of these people that are out here in these chat bots, these chatters, I should say, they're more than likely part of this entire agenda. Might sound paranoid schizophrenic, but it's not paranoid schizophrenia. It's common sense. It's being able to see patterns. And when I've been in other things, I've been following these influencers on social media in many different genres for over 10 years. And I've come to clear and concise conclusions on my part that what I'm talking about is fucking legitimate. And some may say, like, PayPal Mel's back, and welcome to the channel here, buddy. That it's AI. AI has a lot to do with it. Algorithms have a lot to do with it. But at the same time, government has much to do with what's happening. This is all by design. When I've mentioned over the years calling the program out, which is, like Project Zypher. Most of you don't even know what Project Zypher is. You've heard of, Project Paperclip, Project Mockingbird. You've heard of all these projects over the times, over the years, the decades. But one that you may not have even heard of is called Project Zypher. And then an offshoot of Project Zypher is Project Pogo. And Project Pogo is where we're at with these influencers. Pogo, privately owned, government operated. You got these channels out here that are, portraying themselves to be independent, creators, and they've built these channels on their own. Well, I beg to differ. I can tell you right now, from what my knowledge is there's a guy out here that most of you probably know is Lackluster. And Lackluster is not the owner of his channel. He doesn't own it. He doesn't have control over what goes on his channel. Lackluster is owned by a Chinese corporation. Yeah, well, don't believe me, look it up. But nonetheless, I was coming on here to share video. The viewers are dropping off. Is this boring to people? You know, when you start calling people out and they're like, fuck, this guy knows what's going on, man. I can't believe that he's figured it out. You know, I've figured it out a long time ago. But is there anything that I could really do about it? No, because there's so many people, in my opinion, that are directly or indirectly facilitating exactly what Project Zypher is all about and Project Pogo. And if you don't know anything about Project Zypher, you might want to look up David Goldberg. Type in Project Zypher, Zyphr, and David Goldberg, and you'll listen to an hour, if you can find it, an hour and a half video of him explaining what was going on. And this was a situation before the 2020 insanity took place. So, oh, you're in bed, or you would come up. Well, tell June I said, what's up, baby cakes? So you can say that I'm stuck in government terms all you want. I'm well aware of government terms. I'm well aware of the legalese. I'm well aware of the lingo. You know, no disrespect, but I don't need anybody's directives telling me what I am or what I'm not. I'm well aware of the two different worlds that we're in. When we're talking about de facto and de jure, we're talking about the constitutional republic as opposed to the democratic corporation. I'm well aware of what's going on in this country. I'm well aware of what's going on with this land. I'm well aware of what's going on around this world. I've been around the block a couple of times, baby cakes. So, nonetheless, if you guys want to watch the Liberty Troll video, let me know. If you don't want to watch it, let me know. If somebody wants to pull up, panel up, come on. If anybody has the courage to come up here, I don't even know why it takes any courage. I see panel conversations all the time, and everybody's up there just fucking blah, 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 blah. But then again, you know, it's me. It's Bad Apple Media. I'm not part of the program. I'm not in the club. I'm definitely outside the club. I'm sure as hell ain't in the program. I'm not part of it. I'm the odd man out 1,000 times over. There's a lot of people out here in the internet realm who avoid me like the plague. It's not because I'm unhinged. It's not because I'm a psychopath. It's not because I'm anything other than a truth teller. And there is no more of a hated man than he who speaks the truth. Whether you realize it or not, that's how it goes. You got, when you talk about trolls and referring to me as trolls, I find trolls to be people who have nothing productive to say, who just spout off ignorant nonsense and whine and cry like Dubwubs here. This Dubwubs has no life. He's a disruptor. He'll come in and he'll take over the chat. He'll be like over and over and over again, saying the same thing over and over and over again. But Dubwubs doesn't have a hair on his ass to come up here and have a normal conversation because he's here to disrupt. He's here to insult. He provides nothing of productive value to any conversation. Right, Dubwubs? No one cares about you, Dubwubs. This is the kind of shit that I deal with with people online. They come out of the fucking woodwork like cockroaches and start running their fucking mouth. It's clockwork. I can set my watch to it, okay? He'll have nothing to say. It'll be the same ad homs, the same insults over and over again, like a 12-year-old fucking kid who's never had a fucking... Come on, man. Get a life, Dubwubs. Get a life, bro. Seriously, get a fucking life. This is the type of shit that I've dealt with over and over again for 7 years, and I'm not the only one. Just stating the simple fact that this is the kind of shithead that comes in and disrupts fucking my live streams. And he won't shut the fuck up. Okay, thank you, Lynette. So this is the thing, is that people don't want me to come and speak the truth. They don't want me to come and point these things out because there's a hidden agenda. And Dubwubs is part of the hidden agenda. Whether he's an active, knowledgeable member of and a participant in this agenda or not, I couldn't tell you. But if he is not part of it and is a willing participant, then he's such a pain in the ass doing what he does just naturally that he fits right in with the rest of the fucking clowns. That's how it works. So what's up, Boogaloog? So let's check it out. Let's watch the video and see what you guys think about it. And of course, excuse me, DMCA lawyer, may I get your professional opinion with this sharing sharing my reactions to the Liberty Troll video that we're about to watch? Is this under fair use? Or shall I stop it every 2 minutes, every minute and a half? You're not coming up, Dubs. Go fuck yourself. I'll block you. You're banned from the studio. Go bye-bye. Have a nice life, Dubwubs, Mr. Disruptor. See, then they want to come in and they want to, do the dumb shit that he does. He'll probably go and get his other account and come back. And this is the kind of shit that you got to deal with. So anyways, what do you think? What do you think? Randog? Yeah, the one that he pepper sprayed the grandma. The grandma, the real skinny looking grandma outside of the weed joint there in Palm Bay, Florida. Randy won't sue me. Randy's my buddy. Randy will help me sue people fucking with me. I guarantee you Randy ain't here to sue me. So, anywho, I'm going to cue it up and I'm going to watch it anyways. We're going to watch it nonetheless. Yeah, of course it went viral because, you're zapping people with fucking pepper spray, little grandmas. And, this is the kind of shit that I find very disturbing. I didn't, I'll do my Premiere account again tomorrow because I'm tired of watching. We'll get this done tomorrow. They want me to reactivate now. See, this video pissed me off to the point where I was like, what in the fuck is wrong with this fucking guy? No, dude, I'm not interested in talking to some fucking piece of shit, instigating cocksucker, because you don't have the fucking balls to come and have a man-to-man conversation. What receipts do you got, Dubwubs? You come into my fucking backstage with fucking flipping me off in the camera. Fuck off, dude. How's that? How about you fuck off? You got receipts? Go into the backstage, put it into the private fucking chat, and show me what the fuck you got, or shut your dick sucker, bruh. How's that? Understand? Fuck out of here. I don't need fucking assholes like you, dude. I want real individuals that have the fucking balls to have a conversation and not act like a 2-year-old fucking kid, flipping me off and insulting me. The fuck out of here with your shit, dude. Lynette, do what you got to do, kid. Take care of the fucking trolls, because this is what brings the trolls. The truth. The truth brings the trolls. Okay, so anywho, let me blow this up a little bit and share it. All right, so here we got Liberty Troll. If you don't know who he is, I had no idea who he was. I heard his name a bunch of times. Randog knows who Liberty Troll is. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this lady going to the weed joint. First of all, if you're sitting outside of a fucking weed joint recording people, and most of these guys that are doing this, these content creators, most of them smoke dope themselves. Most of them are fucking weed, connoisseurs. But then they go and hang outside of dispensaries and fucking record people. Who wants to be recorded outside of a dispensary? That's your private fucking medical shit. Some people are doing medical. Oh, it's a HIPAA violation. I don't want to hear the HIPAA violation. It's called fucking respect. So anywho, a finger wagging grandpa. Look at her. She's oblivious to what he's doing. She's just minding her own business. Looks like, she may have some medical fucking ailments. She could be, who knows? Who knows what her condition is that she even needs to consume edibles or whatever it is that she's cannabis, whatever the hell it is that she's needing to fight. Yeah, I noticed that. Randog. I was seeing that it was like 1420, 420. I was like, that's fucking pretty funny. Wonder if they chose this site because it was 420. You could take a kid to a weed joint. You could do that. Didn't know you could take a kid inside of a dispensary, but I guess Florida's different. Yeah, you never know. Taco Shell, she could be, terminal. She could have cancer. It could be anything. This guy is oblivious. He's just fucking drunk, fucking lover. He's just walking around, smoke on his vape, fucking getting high. Just like, whatever. I see the guy out there with a camera. Whatever. I don't care. He's rocking it out. He's playing air guitar. Check him out. Rocking it out. Wayne's World.
That can't be on purpose right there, can it?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is on purpose.
420.
So here comes the little old lady back out, mind her business, got her little bag, provisions, whatever's in the bag. She's going home to mind her own business. She looks innocent enough, whether she's sick, she's not sick, maybe she's not. Doesn't matter. Like, yep, got all my shit in the bag. Oh, fuck, what's this? Now look at her. She's like, oh, shit. You notice how she seen him and stopped, and it was like, oh, fuck. What's this guy with a camera? And he's just fixed on her. He's not just, he's got to zoom in on her. Like a fucking creep. You tell me that this isn't creep behavior, man. Tell me this ain't creep behavior. He's got to zoom in on her. She's entitled. They claim that she's entitled because she's driving around in a Beamer. Beamers aren't that expensive anymore. They're They're nice cars, but they're not as fuck. You know how much a Cadillac Escalade is? $170,000 for a Cadillac Escalade, brand new one. You can get that Beamer right there for a whole lot less.
Huh?
What are you doing?
I can't hear you. Yep, come around.
She's pretty much saying, hey, what the fuck? Don't record me, man.
I can't hear you.
Get out of here.
Huh? Leave?
Leave. Dude, I don't know who this guy is. He's, probably an employee over here, and he's just like, okay, I'm back, you. He's not really recording anything, holding his phone like that. Matter of fact, this woman reminds me of my buddy's mom. My buddy's mom kind of looks just like her when we were teenagers. God dang it! Yeah, you gotta get that AdSense revenue, right? Back. Here, let's get it to regular speed right now so we can hear what.
Are you causing trouble?
Causing trouble?
Yes.
That's a fallacy question because I'm not causing trouble. How am I causing trouble?
Because you make people feel.
Oh, you're in your feelers. Is this the response? Is you get out of your feelers? No, she says you make people feel uncomfortable, man. Which is, come on, you're a fucking dispensary.
Like they're being intimidated.
Yeah, she's right. It's like they're being intimidated. She's absolutely correct.
Do you agree that people are in control of their own feelings?
Oh, come on, Zach. Don't be a little bitch. You think people are in control of their own feelings? What a fucking pussy, bro.
What?
Do you agree that people are in control of their own feelings?
You don't need to be watching people.
Watching
Yeah, you don't need to be watching people coming in and out of a dispensary.
people, it doesn't get any more, I don't know, subtle than that.
I don't know what that means. It doesn't get any more subtle than that. What the fuck that's supposed to mean?
You're watching me.
Yeah, I have two eyes. We all have cameras. I mean,
Why?
See, he'll tell the cops later on that, well, I was respectful in answering your question. No, you're being a fucking smartass. Yeah, I got two eyes. I'm watching you. Fucking smartass, bro. Completely disrespecting his elders. I don't know who the fuck raised you, Zach, but your mama and your daddy need to be smacked in their mouths. Wait, you remember the movie fucking Smoking the Bandit? When Jackie Gleason tells his kid, he goes, Junior, when I get home, remind me to smack your mother right in her mouth.
Why are you doing this?
well, do you really want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you're blocking traffic though right
I
now.
want to know why you're doing this.
Well, I'm working on a project.
What project is it?
Do you
Yeah, I want to know, what project is it? I'm working on a story. I'm working on a project. No, you're working on an angle to get somebody all fucking twisted up or pepper sprayed so you can get clicks, likes, and views, you fucking loser. Come on. Let's be honest.
believe in the Constitution?
What project are you?
I'm attempting to answer your question. Do you believe in the Constitution?
Of course I do.
Yep. Do you know the First Amendment?
Why are you doing this?
I'm exercising
Your hat off,
the First
take your
Amendment.
Glasses off.
Whoa, you're telling me to take my clothes off?
Whoa, you told me to take my clothes off. She said, take your hat off and take your glasses off. And you see how they love to take a grain of sand and turn it into the Rocky Mountain range. This is what these idiots online are consistently doing. She didn't say, take your clothes off, Zach.
I said take your hat off.
Yeah, that's an article of clothing. Why-
Oh, so we're going to semantics here, huh? You're a joke, dude.
Why would you tell me?
Take your hat off.
Why would you tell me to take my hat off?
See you take your glasses off.
Why?
What you are provoking people.
Absolutely right. He is provoking people, instigating, agitator. She is absolutely right. And she's probably never encountered any of this shit online in her entire life, doesn't even know this realm even exists, but she's spot on with her assumptions and her claims.
Well, you came up to me, man. I was staying on a.
No, he did. She didn't come up to you. She's minding her own business, and you were recording her, and you zoomed in onto her car, bro. You were pretty much looking at her as if her screen was the entire face. She came up to you saying, "What are you doing?" There's a big difference, man. These guys like to twist shit. They really love to twist their shit.
I'm hurting people.
You're disturbing people's lifestyle.
She is absolutely 110% correct. He is disturbing people's lifestyles. Might not even be their lifestyles, but he's disturbing people while they're conducting their daily life. That is just despicable behavior. And I don't care who you are to tell me that I'm wrong. Take a hike. I'm not wrong.
By watching them?
You're spying on people.
Spying on people?
Yes, you are.
What else would you call it, Zach? You're zooming in on her in her private vehicle while she just went to the dispensary to pick up whatever it is that she picked up. And you're zooming your camera in as close as you can in her car. What other word would you describe that? You're a peeping Tom.
You know that for sure?
I do.
Well, I was about to.
This has never happened in America.
This has never happened?
You're lucky that you.
See, she is absolutely right. This has never happened in America until these platforms came to life. These platforms are the ones that are behind this. They're allowing this. YouTube is allowing this, but they will ban somebody who talks about medical truth, and they'll go, "Oh, that's misinformation." This is nothing other than an extreme form of bullying, harassment, and stalking, which is complete and total violation of YouTube's terms of service, if you ask me. I wonder what the strikers out here would think. Do you think that this isn't a major form of bullying? Hiding behind the pretense of the First Amendment? Come on, man, let's get real.
You don't get shot in the head by somebody.
Ooh.
Well, this woman.
Hit by somebody.
Ooh.
It happened in America.
This has never happened?
You're lucky that you don't get shot in the head by somebody.
She's absolutely 100% correct. She's not saying that she's going to do it. She's saying that, and again, this woman probably doesn't even know that this genre, this type of activity is going on all around the country, and she's not the only one that's dealing with these idiots with cameras. She is just giving her raw opinion at the moment in time that she met this individual outside of a dispensary. She's saying, what you're doing is somebody's going to shoot your ass for doing this. She's absolutely right. Can anybody disagree with her?
Ooh.
Because if it's the wrong person, you would be right now.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
She's trying to give him some friendly advice and saying, if you cross the wrong person, if you encounter the wrong person, and I've been saying this for a long time, you want to pepper spray somebody, you're going to pepper spray the wrong person, and you're going to fucking regret it. And she's just giving some friendly grandmotherly advice to this kid that she sees doing some really stupid shit.
Because what you're doing is wrong.
Well, why is it wrong?
Because you shouldn't be doing this.
Is that against the law? Or are you talking about ethically?
She's talking about ethically. She's talking morally and ethically. You know exactly what she's saying, Zach, but you want to play dumb just like the rest of you clowns out here that are doing this shit. You want to play dumb. You want to tell her, stop following me. Don't grab me. It's the equivalent of law enforcement punching you in your head while they're yelling, stop resisting.
Are you talking about morals or are you talking about the law? What are you talking about?
I'm going to get out of my car.
You might want to park your car, then walk up.
No, I'm not going to.
Well,
Who the hell are you?
you're gonna block traffic,
Who are
man.
you?
Who am I?
Who are you?
Tom Jefferson.
Another smart ass comment. Another smart ass comment.
Tom Jefferson?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you come from?
America.
No, where do you...
Another smart ass comment. Like Michigan Constitutional Crusader did that day outside of Zimmerman's when the law enforcement officer said, "Where are you from?" And he said, "From my mama."
live?
Here in America, ma'am.
No, where do you live in
I'm
town?
100% American made.
Where do you live in town?
I live in Florida.
I'm gonna get my camera.
Okay. All right. You gonna join in?
No, I'm gonna join. What I'm gonna do is join.
You gonna join in the movement? All right. I gotta get a shot of this.
This is the epitome of a fucking coward, man. Somebody who is Zach. I guarantee you wouldn't do this to a real fucking man. Somebody in the chat saying that Zach had already had an instance where he pepper sprayed someone and they came back at him with a baseball bat. Well, apparently they didn't do what they should have done because you get the wrong guy. I know a whole bunch of guys. I grew up with some fucking wild motherfuckers, and I'm one of them. That if you pepper spray these guys, they're like watching these videos where you see the cops tase some dude, and typically tasing somebody just incapacitates them, locks up their muscles, and they just hit the ground like a stiff board, and they're like, ah. And then there's some guys that get tased, and they're like, motherfucker, and they reach and they pull the probes out of them, and they wrap the wires up in their hands, and they go after the cops, and I'm the kind of guy, and I got a lot of friends that are just like me. You pepper spray me, it doesn't do anything but piss me off. It doesn't make me, oh my God, oh, my eyes, ooh, that burns. No, I'm coming after the person who just did that to me. And if I can't see, I'm not the only one. There's all kinds of people just like me and my friends out here all around the country. I'm not unique. You guys are going to encounter the wrong guy. It's just, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
I'm gonna
True trick control, baby.
you.
Look at him. He thinks he's cool. Look at this. What's he say? What's he say in this little stupid selfie part?
I gotta get a shot of this.
No, I'm gonna
True trick control, baby.
you.
What is he saying? True chicker. What's he saying?
I'm gonna get a shot of you.
Okay.
I'm gonna video you.
Was there anything else you wanted?
Yeah, what I want is you being ridiculous.
He's saying, I want to catch you on video being ridiculous.
How am I being ridiculous?
Because you're censoring me.
I'm censoring you?
Yeah.
No, I'm putting on transparency, ma'am.
No, I don't know. She's getting a little confused. Her mind's starting to race.
This is all transparency. You might want to repark your car, though.
And I bet you he's already grabbing his pepper spray like the bitch that he is.
You're not transparent.
I'm very. Whoa, man! Get off my stuff. Get off my. Get off. Hey! Don't touch my stuff.
Man.
Do not touch my stuff.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What are you
Who
doing?
You?
No, you tell me that was fucking necessary. You tell me that was fucking necessary. When I seen this yesterday, my heart fucking dropped. All I could see was this little old lady being pepper sprayed by this fucking clown.
Touch my stuff again.
And envisioning my mother, my grandmother, my aunt, my sister, my niece. I'll tell you what, Zach. If this woman has children, men, you might find yourself on the wrong end of a thumping, and you would deserve every bit of it. I'll tell you what, if this was my grandmother or my mom or this was my family member, someone I loved and I witnessed this, you can guarantee you, I'd find you. You can guarantee I would find you. Look at her. I'm sitting here thinking yesterday that this woman is probably, crying. What I can't even describe what the fuck he just did. I'm speechless.
That's what you get for putting your hands on people.
That's what you get for putting your hand. You are a coward, Zach Cooker. You are a despicable human being who karma is what you call it. But God is watching you, dude, and you are going to reap what you sow. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week, but I can guarantee you God is watching you and you will receive your karma. I felt so bad. I felt so bad that he did this to this lady. My heart just sunk. Now let's take it to another level. Let's say that this dickhead, Zach, sprayed her in her eyes and she can't see. Let's say she turns inadvertently and walks over here down this curb and veers off right here in front of traffic and gets run over. Would Zach be responsible for this woman getting run over and possibly maimed for life or even taken out permanently? Do you think Zach would have been responsible for that? Do you think that the government would have charged him with some sort of crime if that was to have occurred? Look at her. I can't believe that this dude.
That's where I'll find out.
I can't believe you just said that. Fuck around and find out. You just fucking said fuck around and find out to some little old lady, probably 70 years old or more, and you pepper sprayed her in her fucking face. You, Zach Cooker, you're less than a fucking man, dude. In my opinion, you're fucking trash. You're less than trash, dude. You're the shit that I can't scrape off of my shoe. But you probably wouldn't care. Yeah, he stands ungrateful on the shoulders of her generation. This woman probably has sons that fought in the Vietnam War. Not that I condone war, not that I condone fighting for Big Daddy, for oil, or to take over a government and to overthrow it and to put in your little puppet. I don't agree with that. That's not the point. The point is that this woman paved the fucking path for the future generations, just like I paved the path for the future generations. Every generations before me has done that.
Really? She's going to drive off now?
This guy. Oh, I'm just like, yeah, what's the score of the game, man? Check it out. Does he even know that happened? Probably not. Seriously. Imagine she's sitting in her car fucking crying. Any of you ever been pepper sprayed before? You don't know what it's like to be pepper sprayed? You have no idea what this woman is going through. Probably in there hyperventilating. She can't see. She can't breathe. He doesn't know whether she has COPD. She has asthma. Oh, if she got asthma, it'll help her open up her bronchial tubes. Well, you know what, Zach? I can't wait until you get your karma, dude. I cannot wait. And I hope that somebody puts it on fucking film and puts it on YouTube. You know, you won't put your own ass whooping on YouTube. You will not do it. I don't even know if that chick knows what he did.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Nina just built an app.
She goes inside the marijuana doctor. Some guy takes her car, moves it, and parks it. And here comes the cop. So how in the fuck can this guy even look at himself in the mirror and to say, you're a man, you're a hero, you're a First Amendment. Without me, the First Amendment wouldn't exist. Is this what these guys tell themselves? Is that what you tell yourself, Zach? Is that you are necessary to solidify the First Amendment in this country by going around and harassing, intimidating, provoking, instigating, agitating, and all the other words that you can come up with to elicit a negative reaction so you can pepper spray somebody, so you can get clicks, likes, and views. Does anybody else in this chat believe that he's a piece of shit, or is it just me?
Palm Bay Police. I'm doing all right. Well, I was doing okay until I got attacked. I had to use my.
Until I got attacked. Motherfucker, you ain't seen attacked. You ain't seen attacked the way you think you were attacked. You wait until this fucking... There's going to be people who are going to fucking see this. And they are not going to be happy with this. Down there in Florida, you're gonna see... I'm surprised that some biker club don't fucking see you on a street corner and pull over and beat your ass, dude. You think that you're going to stop a couple of biker dudes, club members, or don't even have to be club members. It could be just a couple of guys fucking driving down the street and they're like, hey, there's that asshole that pepper sprayed that old lady. Let's get out and beat his ass. It's coming, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's coming for you guys.
Pepper spray for self-defense. Can I just get your name and badge number real quick?
Sir. My name is Officer Beisel. Badge number is 282.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Officer, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I can do that, Ron.
Yeah, what I got is she was leaving. You can stop me if I'm wrong. This is what I got from co-witnesses here. You're standing on a public sidewalk. Obviously, exercising First Amendment right recording.
Yep.
She stops here. Obviously, she probably got a little agitated with you recording.
Right. She asked me some questions, called me over. I went over there and was politely answering some of her questions.
Politely answering some of her questions. Is that what he did, guys? For the few of you that are in here, the 17 of you in there, don't get me wrong, I appreciate you. Do you think that he politely answered her questions? Or would you categorize it as he responded like a smart ass fucking prick?
She says, hold on. She gets out of her car. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? So I start backing up. And then she walks up to me and starts just grabbing my stuff and trying to yank it out of my hand. So I start backing up, and she comes after me, continues to advance. So I pulled out my pepper spray and stopped her. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I can feel.
Yeah, that's really how it was. Pretty much it. That's how it went down, right, Zach? Is that how it went down, Jack? Jack?
Feel it from here in the wind.
Yeah, I can't see it. It's strong. Hey, the last stuff I had was weak sauce. I had to get the police grade. So
she got out of her vehicle. And then what was she saying to you when she got out?
She asked me, she said something crazy like, I'm not being transparent. I said, well, this is all about transparency. And then she says, hold on a second. She gets out.
He said something crazy. Was that crazy? Was she didn't say transparency. She said, you're censoring her. You said that you were about transparency. He can't even get his own story straight. He's putting his words into her mouth.
Out of her car, I thought she was just going to You know, I kept telling her, you should probably park your car first, then come out and talk to me. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. But she gets out right here, leaves her car sitting there, and then she just goes crazy and grabs my stuff.
So she grabbed that, was she pulling on it, like attempted to take it out of your hand?
Yeah, she grabbed it like this and was yanking it, and I'm stronger than her. She's an old lady, I don't feel.
Oh, there you go. You're stronger than her, and she's an old lady, but you felt the need to fucking pepper spray her like a coward, a straight up chump ass coward.
Good about spraying her, but it was probably the only opportunity, that would call for something like that, that I've been in. Well, a couple I've been in before, but that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah. What did she say?
I haven't talked to her. I just talked to some of the witnesses there.
Ron Schaefer, $93.49, $5.
Kind of confirmed, but
I appreciate the donation. Thanks for bringing this asshole into the spotlight. My pleasure. My pleasure.
What they were saying as far as she got out.
Yeah, and if you need to see the video footage, I'll show it to you at some point.
In a second. Yeah. As far as her touching.
I'm sorry. I do. Yeah. If you don't want to see it, I'll show you guys at the same time. Try to knock out two birds with one stone.
That would work, man. If you're okay with that,
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I can't believe that these cops are so lackadaisical. I understand that their purpose isn't to have an opinion one way or the other, and they technically are supposed to go off the law. But I don't care who you are in the law enforcement community. There is no justification for what he did. This is what they would consider unreasonable, and which is exactly what occurred here in Michigan to a degree, even though nobody touched anybody. I bet if you were to take this in front of a jury and the prosecutors in Palm Bay, Florida, were to pursue charges on him, he's going to have to pay, just if only to fucking make him cough up some money out of his pocket, make him go through the bullshit, even if the system is going to devour him. And if they wanted to do that, they should. I think that what I want to do with this channel is to get my, supporters, my viewers, and the masses to get all of these channels that are out here to pursue these individuals and to request charges be brought against them. This is not an attack on the First Amendment. The First Amendment, he's allowed to do that. But to pepper spray an old lady is not reasonable. He just sat here and admitted that she's an old lady and I'm much stronger than her. Then what were you in fear of? Clearly there was no fear. Clearly there was no fear. You merely did it specifically and purposefully so you could get clicks, likes, and views. And no matter what happens, this lady, I will do my best to find out who this lady is. And I will encourage her to file a civil suit against him. And I can guarantee you she will win a civil suit against him.
If I see the video,
Because in the civil courts, it's a whole lot different than in the criminal courts.
and I talked to her witnesses, obviously she's probably in medical here, so we're still trying to figure out with her.
I think she'll be fine. Peppers, even if you have asthma or something like that, pepper spray actually opens up the.
Grabbing it and trying to take it out of your hand. I mean, if we determine probable cause and we figure out that's kind of what happened, you're going to press charges for her doing that.
It all depends. I mean, I need to hear if she's going to want to. If she thinks she's going to press charges against me, then I'll probably do it. But
right now, we didn't commit any crime as far as I know right now. Right?
Well, I think that Zach should press charges against her. She should press charges against Zach and let it play out in court and see who wins. I guarantee you that a jury would find him guilty and a jury would find her not guilty. Just out of sympathy alone.
Stand on public sidewalk. If she comes out and gets out of your car, approaches you.
I do want to hold her accountable. I mean, if she's willing to come out here and apologize, and you don't have to. You don't have to facilitate. Yeah, you can't force her. I'm not asking you to tell her to do. I'm just saying you can relay to her, that I won't press charges if she comes out here to me and apologizes. I won't press charges.
Listen to this arrogant fucking prick. If she comes out here and apologizes to me, you need to be slapped in your mouth, boy. Zach Cooker, someone needs to slap you like the bitch that you are right in your fucking Peter Puffin hole, bro. Shame on you, dude.
Otherwise, I'll want to hold her accountable because it seems like she's been entitled for a very long time has probably never been told no their entire life. So
Yeah, I can
that's
have,
where I stand.
here's what I can do for you. So, I mean, if you, obviously, if you want to hang out, I can try to get statements from her and see what she wants to do.
Yeah.
You want to hold off for whether you want to press charges or not?
I'll hold off for now. Yeah, I'll wait out here for you guys.
All right, man. Yeah, let me just talk to a few more people and talk to her.
All right.
I think we're in there seeing it on camera anyway. See what that picks up. And then if you want to get that rolling to show these officers what your side was.
You got it? All right. Thanks, officer.
You need anything from me?
No, I'm good. I'll just wait here.
I definitely got to get my premiere going.
Oh, yeah, dude. Both. Oh, yeah, I gotta get you a monster.
Not only did he commit a despicable act against an elderly woman that he clearly knows is much weaker and he's much stronger. But look at the resources that this clown has fucking wasted. He's got 6 police officers here. He's got the fire department here. Not this minute, but it'll be there shortly. The fire department shows up. Right here. You can see the engine right there. But look at the resources that this clown is fucking wasting.
Right back.
3 patrol cars here. 6 police
My
officers.
question to you is what do you think? We're not going to get much out of her.
Huh?
We're not going to get much out of her. We can't even get a story out of her.
Oh.
So
Yeah, she is so shooken up and so upset that they can't even get a response out of her or any coherent conversation.
I mean, I hate to do this to old ladies, but I mean, like I said earlier.
Oh, no. You don't hate to do this to old ladies. Clearly, you enjoyed every second of it, Zach. You are a piece of trash. Seriously, man.
My whole thing is transparency and accountability. So, I mean, I will hold her accountable. So I guess I'll.
You got it pretty good, man. Yeah, so that's up to you.
What's happening, Rip Girl?
she's going to get documented no matter
She's
what.
probably what?
I mean, she's going to be transported. I mean, you got it pretty good. But that's entirely up to you now.
I mean, if all she has to do is apologize, and I'll.
How many times is he just going to say that all she has to do is apologize? You need to apologize to her, you scumbag. You, Zach Cooker, need to apologize to her. You need to apologize to the Palm Bay Police Department for wasting their time. You need to apologize to the Palm Bay Fire Department, the paramedics. You need to go in and apologize to the marijuana donor. You need to go in, the marijuana doctor. You need to go in and apologize to everybody in that building. That's what you need to do, Zach.
We can't get her enough statement.
Oh, okay.
Much less explain that to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but no, I'm not going to press charges.
Okay.
You're going to get a lot of flack for not pressing charges. It's because you have a bunch of scumbags that watch your bullshit, and you have them convinced that this is protecting the First Amendment, when most of these idiots that watch your shit don't even know what the First Amendment really is.
Need your name, date of birth, phone number, so we can document this.
Don't take it personal. It's a Fourth Amendment thing. I only give it up if there's suspicion of a crime that I've committed on my own.
You're telling me about a crime and you're a victim. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to press charges.
Well,
Yeah.
You want another nut?
Huh?
So you don't want another nut?
No, I'll just take. Who's got the highest rank here? You? Are you sergeant? Oh, I'm Zach, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Corporal.
Nice to meet you. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
You
Fist
like
bump?
pepper spray, man.
No.
Hey, it's still with the wind, dude. This is killing me.
No,
Start the water.
I'll just take your business card in case I need to follow up.
The number?
Yeah.
What case number?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. How's y'all's day going? Yeah, I mean, I know it probably should hold her accountable, but I'm just not going to. I mean, she got what she deserved, and she shouldn't have done what she done, but I'm not gonna.
She got what she deserved. Unbelievable, Zach. She got what she deserved. I think you mean you got what you wanted. You got exactly what you wanted to happen with this encounter. You're just lucky that it was a little old lady that you were stronger than. You're going to encounter some man or a group of men, and you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. And then you will deserve it.
I'm not gonna push it.
Yeah, it's spicy.
So I got this stuff right here. This is the Fox.
I don't even want to see it. I hate that stuff, dude. If you were pointing at me, I'm going crazy.
Have you been sprayed by it before?
I have been sprayed, yeah.
Oh, is that part of the training?
Yes.
Oh man. Do you have to get tased too? I've seen videos.
You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
They can't force you to either one.
Okay.
But it's like a peer pressure thing.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
They can't make you. They can't hold you down and get sprayed.
I would do the tase, but if I had a choice, I wouldn't do the pepper spray. Do you have a choice on the pepper spray?
It's one of those things like you don't have a choice, but you got a choice.
Well, maybe Zach needs a dose of some Fox pepper spray. So everybody go out and buy Fox pepper spray and keep it in your pocket in Florida. And if you ever encounter this guy, just sneak up behind him and fucking spray his ass. Why not? Why not?
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
okay.
you have a choice, but you don't have a choice.
All right, I gotcha.
Yeah. Like you know, trial by classmates. You know.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys transporting out of here because that could be a danger driving after that. That stuff's strong.
Well, so now he's so concerned about her welfare that, oh, glad you guys are transporting her out of here because, you know, she shouldn't be driving. That stuff is so strong. This dude is a fucking pile of trash. Dude, if I knew you in real life, I'd spit in your face, dude. I'd spit in your face and tell you, get the fuck away from me before I fucking lump you up. That's what I would tell you if I knew you in real life.
So, Officer Corporal and Officer?
You guys can be 277, 277.
Yeah, that was a shame. But no, I don't. I mean, I see him on the reels, but nothing to actually follow.
Real or fire department here, fire rescue, more wasted resources.
Fortunately, different agency for me. I had one that always came there because there's.
Which car was she driving?
What was that?
Which car was she driving?
Was she driving? This one right here.
This one here?
So yeah, some bystander had helped move her car and park it for her on her behalf.
Okay.
She gave him permission to do so.
Do you want the other officer's ID number too?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I can get everything through.
Case
We got Corporal Robert Vickers, ID 139. I might have to give Corporal Robert Vickers a
on
call.
the back.
All right, man. Have a good one. What was it? Corporal or Sergeant, right?
Corporal.
Corporal. Thank you, Corporal. Yep.
See, in that quasi-military organization, they have ranks. The county sheriffs, they shouldn't have ranks in the de jure system. But they do.
All right, I guess we're all set here.
Yep.
All right, I'm heading out too. Have a good one, guys. Yep. Be safe out there, all right? All right, we also have a law enforcement vehicle way over here.
So let's hear what this idiot's got to say. Let's see what this idiot's got to say about this incident. See how proud he is.
Across the road.
Switch to TurboTax.
All right, well, they said they're going to transport her, so I'll get the body cam. All right, Liberty Trollers, we're going to get up out of here.
Maybe I'll get the body cam so we can hear what it'd probably be bleeped out if they're talking any shit about him. It would probably be bleeped out. Redacted, I should say.
Here, as you can see, law enforcement officers from Palm Bay Police Department. We're cordial, professional. They weren't making any assertions as far as like to my face about what was happening here today. They told me they couldn't even get a statement or anything out of the lady who attacked me and met my.
She didn't attack you, dude. You're not a victim, you shithead. You attacked her with pepper spray because you're not man enough to stay the fuck away from a little old lady. You needed the little old lady for your content, bro. You should be completely and totally ashamed of your behavior. But clearly there's something wrong with this dude. I don't know who in their right mind could run around doing this shit to it doesn't matter whether it's an old lady, doing it to anybody, let alone an old lady.
Pepper spray. So I'm glad they didn't try to accuse me of anything or detain me or anything of that nature. I mean, I probably should have asked if I was being detained, but the only feedback I would give is that, they tried to kind of pull a fast one on trying to get my information by saying, well,
they pulled a fast one. They tried to pull a fast one.
since you're, a victim of a
Pretty sure they know who the fuck you are, you idiot.
crime, don't you want to give your your information. And I'm like, nice try, nice try. That's only if I wanted to press charges, but he tried, which it's not against the law for him to do that. I'm just saying my critique is it would have been better for him to not ever ask for my information. But as you can see, law enforcement is now leaving. That was crazy. This lady, all she had to do was either keep driving or just be polite. I was being polite to her and asking her questions.
Oh, you were being polite to her and asking her questions. All she had to do was drive away. How about all you had to do was stop fucking harassing her? You think that does that ever cross your mind, Zach Cooker? Does that ever cross your mind to stop harassing people in general, let alone little old ladies? He thought to himself, oh, I got me a victim here. Oh, this is an easy target. I'm going to get her. Everybody's going to love it.
Because she was asking me questions and I was trying to answer her question about what I was doing out here.
You were a smart ass. You weren't asking questions, you smart ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing my outro.
All right, I don't want to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Question for you. Video.
Yeah.
We have a evidence video thing
I can send
that
it
we
to
do. You
Email?
want to do by email or text?
Email's good.
Okay, do you have your email?
Yeah, I can give it to you.
Okay, what is it?
It's a Liberty Troll, Liberty.
All right, we'll do it.
All right, be safe out
LibertyTroll@gmail.com. Is it that hard to figure out?
there. All right, so now they're asking me for the video. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I think it can only hurt me, but I'll send it anyway because I mean, it's pretty clear cut. She came after me, grabbed my stuff, was trying to yank it out of my hands, and so I mean, I could have knocked her down, but I didn't want to break her hip, right? I don't.
Oh, you didn't want to hurt her, break her hip. You just wanted to pepper spray her. Is that like some sympathy, or what would that be? You restraint. You showed restraint and not hurting her.
Really want to hurt anybody, especially an old lady. I got a hold of my stuff. I started walking away. She kept coming at me, so I did what I had to do. I mean, pepper sprayed her. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. You know, she'll be all right.
No, it might not be a big deal to you because you're not the one fucking pepper sprayed. You goddamn piece of shit. Holy fuck, the mentality of these guys, man. What? How many other people are there? You guys would be more than welcome to share these videos with me. If you know more of these idiots that do this type of shit, send them to me.
All right, but I mean, you F around, you find out. That's a perfect example. You don't.
Yeah, you know who's gonna fuck around and find out? Zach Cooker, Jason Gutterman, Ian Pfister. Those are the guys that are going to fuck around and they're really going to find out. I think Ian Pfister is finding out in a different way. I think Ian Pfister isn't happy that he's being charged and they're attaching a habitual offender to his status, which means that he will get an extra year because the penalty is 2 years. And when you're habitual, it gives you half of the maximum penalty, which is 2. So it would be 1. So he could get 3 years in prison. And I think it's about high time that Ian Pfister from Welcome to This World steps it up from the county jail time that he's gotten throughout his life. And he gets up to the big boy club and goes to prison. And he gets in with murderers and rapists. And he finds out what it's really like. I've been to prison. I've been to level 4 here in Michigan. I spent most of my time in level 2. I got friends that are murderers. The fact that these guys think that they can continue to do this shit without any real consequences is incredible. But I think that their days are dwindling down faster than they realize themselves.
Touch people's stuff as an extension of their self. I don't know about every state in the United States, but in the state of Florida, it's a stand your ground state. When you
go to a state that isn't a stand your ground state, Zach. Take your little bitch ass to a state that doesn't have a stand your ground law. See how fast you get your fucking ass handed to you.
touch somebody's stuff, that's an extension of their self if they're holding said stuff. So if I'm holding my camera and she touches my camera or assaults my camera, that's an assault on me and so on. So I didn't press charges. She's an elderly lady. She got sauced pretty good. That's some lethal stuff right there. It's police grade.
And you know what? In defense of the little old lady, she took it like a fucking trooper. She really did. Overall, at the end of the day, she took it like a fucking trooper. I bet you she took it better and handled it better than this coward would ever handle it. I bet you he'd be crying, rolling on the ground, begging for water. Give me water, help me, help me. I guarantee Cooker here would be crying like a bitch if he was to get a dose of his own pepper spray. Anybody want to change my mind?
Fox Labs, you don't want to mess around with this stuff. Like the one officer said, I think he was a corporal. He said he doesn't even want to look at the stuff because he's been sprayed by it before. So I guess it's safe to say he was traumatized by it. This was crazy.
Yeah, he was traumatized by it. So he's reveling in the fact that he pepper sprayed this little old lady and that she's probably traumatized by it, because if a big bad copper was traumatized by it, imagine what this little old lady's fucking dealing with. You're a scumbag, Zach. Zach Cooker, you're a fucking scumbag, dude.
Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments.
I'm letting you know what I think about it right here. You're a fucking piece of shit, dude. And I guarantee you would never have the balls to bring your little punk ass up onto this live stream and to have a conversation about what you did. I will be traveling around this country, and I will find you, and I will confront you face to face about your fucking cowardness. Just like I went and met Ian. I will fucking come and I will find him. I'm not going to do anything to him, but I'm going to embarrass him, and I'm going to fucking follow him around with a camera and see what the fuck he thinks about it. And the second that he comes at me, I'm going to stand my ground, and I'm going to use my guns on him. Not my firearms, but my guns that are attached to my fucking arms. We'll put that on the internet. I'm going to stand my ground, Zach.
Make sure you hit that notification bell so you receive all notifications and updates of, like this scenario and any other scenario that I find myself in.
You guys, I guarantee you, they will not like to receive a plate full of shit that they fucking dish out to people. I guarantee it. I've experienced it enough. Just going and recording Ian and Pam outside the courthouse. Oh, they weren't fucking happy. They didn't like it. They can dish it out, but they cannot take it. I can guarantee you that.
I found myself in the past, in case you don't get notified for whatever reason. Sometimes, even if you're subscribed, but you don't have the notification.
Shut up, dickhead. I've had enough of your fucking stupidity. Fuck off. The guy's a piece of shit. So, anywho, I can't believe that fucking guy did that, man. He had plenty of other options, balanced view. These guys don't want the other options. Their only purpose is to utilize their pepper spray to put it to work. They have it readily available in their hand when these people start questioning them, because they know, well, this is going to be my opportunity to pepper spray somebody, and I get it on film, and I can get me a $15,000 payday. Well, you know what? Let me go back to that video. I'm not done. Let me go back to the video. I got to show you guys something that's really, really fucked up. This is something that I need to point out to you guys. I need to point this out to y'all. Downsize this. He's got, make sure you're seeing this. All right, you're seeing this. He's got 95,000 subscribers, close to 96,000. This video, he's got 123,000 views. He's got a GoFundMe, a Give Send Go, his Cash App, and his Venmo up here, and his gay ass TikTok shit. Let's see what his GoFundMe's got going on. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What in the world does he need donations for? Let's see. Fellow patriots, you're here because you desire to see our constitutional rights exercised shamelessly. That first sentence is a bunch of bullshit. that first sentence is a fucking lie. You were not conducting yourself without shame. You are shameful. You know the risk I take filming in public, or filming in public buildings and spaces in a time where many are ignorant of our rights. It should say, you know, I take the risk of filming in public buildings and spaces in a time where I am ignorant of your privacy rights. We, the people, will not let the tyrants tread on us. Who are the tyrants? Little old ladies buying some weed and some edibles. Those are the tyrants that you're out here battling against, Zach? Is that who it is? Corruption will be exposed as I respectfully conduct First Amendment audits in the United States. Footage is used for transparency and accountability purposes to educate the public. All proceeds will help fund any travel and equipment expenses related to Liberty Troll, where I participate in constitutionally protected activity. It'll also be used in the event I incur any legal expenses for unlawful arrest and violations of my rights. It is important to keep our government in check and to educate the masses in this country to keep our rights strong and we the people united. Well, that sentence alone is very counterproductive. It's important for him to keep our government in check by pepper spraying grandmas outside of dispensaries and to educate the masses in this country to keep our rights strong and we the people united. How is this keeping people united? I would beg to differ and say that this is dividing people. You wouldn't know it by the comment section in this guy's video. I'll show you that in a second. Only in court will we bring change. Oh, so going out into the street, you'll only get change in court. But what are you doing in court, Zach? Are you speaking to the representatives in your neighborhood that are in your district? Are you requesting them to assist you in formulating some type of laws or some freedoms? Or what do you mean by the courts? What do you mean by the courts, Zach? Can anybody tell me what he means by that? Can Zach come on here? Hey, Zach, why don't you come on here and you tell me what this means? Come on here and tell me and have a conversation and explain your mission statement. Only in court will we bring change. So you won't bring change by going into the public and standing in front of a dispensary, recording people coming in and out and focusing your attention on a little old lady and then pepper spraying her. So that didn't happen in court. So you guys, you see where the hypocrisy runs wild with these guys? Do you see where the hypocrisy is exuding from their bullshit? I don't see where any of this has anything to do with bringing change into the court. The last line is, this is where I will certainly need your support. He's from Kissimmee, Florida, huh? Zach Cooker from Kissimmee, Florida. Contact. How are we going to contact? Nah, I won't even do that. Report the fundraiser. Maybe we should report the fundraiser and say that he's soliciting donations to bully and harass his fellow Americans. Recognizing online fraud schemes and suspicious emails. Well, wouldn't it be somewhat fraud if what he's saying here in his little mission statement isn't what he's doing? Yeah, I would say that it's kind of pretty fucked up. Let's see all these idiots who donated. Robert Diaz, Pauline Pippa, Jimmy Crook, Jill Vance, Bethany Rossetti, Patrick Green, David Marquette, Anton Hazelwood, Carolina Castillo. We could go on and on and on. There's really no point in doing it. Let's see if we recognize any names. Let's just scroll through them. See if we recognize any YouTubers. Look at these idiots that just giving this guy fucking money. It's just ridiculous. And then let's go back to the video here. Let me pull this back up again real quick. Sorry, guys. I clicked the wrong button. This shit is just unbelievable, man. I can't believe that these fucking clowns are running around the internet doing this shit. Let's see what Give, Send, Go's got going on. Oh, this campaign is unpublished, huh? Okay. All right, so let's share this. The Give, Send, Go is unpublished. Let's see. All right, go to this video. Let's go down into the comment section. He's got 5,384 comments. Let's just take a stroll down comment lane, and we'll stop randomly and read a few comments. We'll do this a couple of times. Melissa Fletcher. She got exactly what she deserved. Mind your own business, people. The irony of that comment. Mind your own business, people. Would that comment not apply to Zach Cooker and him minding his own business, which would keep him from standing in front of a dispensary and recording other people's business? Do you not see the irony and the hypocrisy in that statement alone? Did we just witness a minor exiting the weasel? Whatever, I said that too. You are one of the very few auditors that has the balls to defend yourself. I love it. You should train others. That's Sammy Porter. Don't use drugs, Grandma, and stay home. Very disrespectful. Nana seemed to be drunk. I think you sobered her up. Hellbound America. Great name. Hellbound America. Great fucking name. An elderly lady can be easily stopped without knocking her down or pepper spraying her. One of the first comments that I've encountered on here. Really? Do tell. What should he have done? How about mind his own business and not be out in front of a fucking dispensary? So that's one comment. Let's scroll and stop. Just read a few more. You did the right thing. The shock of having her old lady card rejected while the sight of a sauce will stick with her for a long time. Nobody makes you feel except yourself. This cop just had to say he doesn't like one of the auditors. Must be a douche. I'm sure he told her or someone. Unfortunately, he's allowed to do that. 3 cop cars in Chicago, yet only get 2 for murder. Yeah, this is obviously a vulgar display of resources. This is absolutely the first time that I've ever seen pepper spray used when the cops didn't even try to disarm the photojournalist. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. This is really cool seeing how the officers took up for him. FYI, Zach, this is the same PD that stopped and searched that lady in the van that Jeff Gray just featured like 2 videos ago. Hell yeah, Zach. Hell yeah, you know you would think potheads would be cool and calm, but it's the total opposite. And that lady, a tweaker, for real, she got out of her car to attack you. Shit is insane to me. Tef Nitty. Think you're a crackhead, bro. Grandma is drunk. You could go through these comments. There's 5,000, almost 5,500 comments. And you'll probably find maybe a dozen that oppose this. That was a long overdue life lesson for her. I learned to keep to myself at age 18 when my stepdad punched me and broke my jaw. Well, apparently you at 57, your Generation X experience hasn't taught you to not support disrespectful motherfuckers. Maybe that's why your dad punched you in your mouth and broke your jaw, because you were a disrespectful motherfucker. Maybe Andy Smalley is just a disrespectful asshole. Oh my God, I'm going to faint. A cop backed into the parking space. What a hero. Okay. It is obvious to me by listening to the way she spoke and answered questions that this woman has some mental illness issues. Unfortunately, pepper spray was the most benign method of stopping her attack. Do you guys see? How can you read these comments over and over and over and over and over again and come to any other conclusion that these people that are watching these videos, who support these videos, are either mentally fucking disturbed and have something wrong with them that gives them the impression that this is civilized behavior, or they're here to encourage and push and to elicit these reactions or this behavior out of these YouTubers, so they continue to do this shit, which is to cause, the ultimate goal is to cause a divide, just as it said in there that he's trying to unite people. I don't see anywhere that this is a unification of the people. This is nothing more than a clear and concise intent to divide. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I just can't believe that these people support this shit. And it brings me to the only conclusion that these people that are supporting this, they're not really supporting it. They're not real supporters. They're just here to encourage this dumb fuck Zach, or in other content creators' channels, to encourage dumb fucks like Jason Gutterman, aka Amaganza Press, or other dumb fucks like Ian Clinton Fister from Welcome to This World. It's only encouraging them. I've discovered this through my research with dealing with YouTubers, where these numbers are probably inflated numbers on YouTube to give the content creator the overinflated perception of themselves, to blow up their ego, to puff them up, to make them, to get them to go run around peacocking like they're somebody. They'll run around and go, you know who I am? I got 4,000 subscribers. I'm somebody. And then as they grow, they go, you know who I am? I'm so-and-so. I got 8,000 subscribers. And then as they grow, you know who I am? I'm so-and-so. I got 14,000 subscribers. You know how many times I've heard this over and over again from these fucking YouTubers? It's unreal. So what these guys are doing is beyond my, I don't know. I sound like a broken record here. But anywho, I'm not gonna continue to go on and on. What we got going over here in the comment section? We got Paul Cohen has got to go. He's gonna call it a night. Have a good one, and thank you for having me. I appreciate you, Paul Cohen. Thanks for stopping through. Come on through anytime you want. Get you some good night's sleep. Yeah, Rip Curl, our society is messed up, and social media is the cause. It didn't help because it's the cause. That's the purpose for social media. It's got multiple purposes, but that's one of the purposes, is to cause problems between each other. There was a video a while back that I seen on Facebook that said, it was like a little skit. It was like, what if real life was like social media? And they had a girl walking down the street, and the lady was pushing a baby carriage coming her way, and she stopped, and she's like, oh, what a cute baby. And then she looked at the baby and was like, oh yeah. And then the lady was like, oh, thanks. And she went away. And then Then she goes, oh my God, that baby was so ugly. It was so ugly. And then, you know, it was basically doing the same shit that you do online, but it was in person. And it showed how ridiculous people really are. It's amazing that the rise and or the Western, what is it? The decline and fall of the Western civilization. Yeah. So, like I said, you could scroll through these videos or these comments in this video for an hour, and you can just stop and look and read, and you'll be like, fuck. You know, just this section right here. I like your videos, bro, but this lady, you didn't have to spray her. Wow, that's the second video or the second comment in this video that I've seen. Nah, he 100% did. Gotta love her morality compass, blocking the way of traffic for several minutes, saying he deserves to be shot in the head, verbal abuse, physical assault, but thinks she is a victim. Insanity. James or James. Great response. Bounce dancer. Good for you, Mr. Troll, for not pressing charges. If she hasn't learned this essential lesson by now, you're not going to be able to teach her. Hopefully her relatives will see this and have a stern talking with her. No. Hopefully her relatives will see this and her grandsons and her children will come and find Liberty Troll, a.k.a. Zach Cooker, and stick their foot up his ass. That's what I hope happens. The old fool got educated. She should be billed for the 5-officer, 4 police cars, and the EMS truck. And let's see what this. Everybody's going, yeah. I'm sure she will be billed for the EMS truck, especially if they transport her. Maybe not everywhere, definitely in Florida. Her mental meltdown started long before she met the sauce. I love how pepper spray gives people a second to think about what they messed up before it sets in fully, and they learn for sure why they need to keep their hands off of other people and their belongings. This is the fucking people that are walking amongst us. This is the people that are these comments real? You know what? I'd like to believe, from what I know, that these people in these comment sections, they're not real. They're not real. And why I say that, I've said this many times on here, is that I had a friend that was running a service for the government, drug testing, tethers, things of that nature. And they would do, you know, background checks, and they would stall the breathalyzers, you know, like the things you put on your car so you can, you know, blow into it and your car will start. I know somebody who was running that type of a company, and they told me that they were so overwhelmed for like 3 or 4 months because they had a non-stop steady flow of people coming in to get government background checks. And there was no rhyme or no reason to who and what. It was all ages, all just every race, it was just an endless flow of people. And none of them would ever say exactly what they were doing. All they would say is that they are here to take a drug test for a government position or a government job. That's all they would ever say. And my friend had no idea what it was for. All they were instructed to do is to take these background checks on these individuals and forward them to a particular email after it was done. And they got paid. They didn't know who, what, why, when, or whatever. They were just providing a service. And she said that this was going on for months and months and months. And not just a couple of people. It was hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people. And you know where I've come to the conclusion? Is that that's what these people are. These are those people in this, these people in here. I can't guarantee it, but what other logic would be behind these people in these comments that go over and over and over again with Oh, there's this guy is a total loser. Wow, there's every now and again you'll get one. You'll get like I said, every 100 comments you might get 2 that oppose this guy. Larry Combs, I'm sorry, but at no point were you in any kind of danger, and she is misinformed, but not the right occasion to go to this extreme. Discretion is a better way. There you go, Larry Combs. I agree with you. Oh, here's another one. Wow, I found 2 in a row. I'm sorry, the dude filming is just a douche. I'm all for rights, but just standing outside a dispensary filming to basically instigate reaction is a D-bag trying to capitalize on people's reactions, which you're guaranteed to have a few. Yeah, this ain't for protecting rights. You're a moron if you think that's real intention. I support some of these guys, but it's just become a bunch of losers standing in places with cameras. I'd be annoyed as fuck. I got a job, and I don't expect you to be YouTubed when I'm grabbing bud. Fuck this guy and his channel. Edit. Also, classic douche looking glasses too. Now, I can relate to homework narrative. Like I said, but overwhelming amount of people in here are supporting what he did. This was a few years ago, Rip Curl. I've been talking about it off and on for a long time. And even my friend who knows everything that I've been dealing with, even the current shit right now, I brought this up to her while we were having dinner, and I explained it to her, and she was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. She says, there was no other explanation for these people that were coming in there. All walks of life, all ages, all male, female, old, young, black, white, purple, green. She says it didn't make any sense because when she told me about it then, I'm like, well, what's it for? And she's like, I don't know. She goes, no, I don't have the answer. All I know is that we're providing background checks and we're being paid per background check. That's it. And so 2 and 2 is usually 4, ladies and gentlemen. And what I've experienced time and time again on this in my years of being on here, and I give the example of Lane Myers. If you guys know who Lane Myers is, or you don't know, he was an Arizona guy who was trying to portray himself as a victim of a situation. He was being maliciously prosecuted and blah, blah, blah. And these people in his chat, at some point in times, there was 100, 150, 175 people in his chat at any given time. And it was the same people over and over again, just like Lynette. You remember me conducting those experiments with live streams, and there would be 175 people in one live stream, and a second one would go live, and the numbers would drop in the original video, and it was spread out to the 2 videos, and it would still be 175 spread across 2 channels, and then a third one would go live, and it'd still be 175 viewers spread across 3 channels. Yeah, this is the type of shit that I'm talking about. So when I go into Lane Myers, and he and I are supposed to be on the same page, and he's fighting the government in the courts, and I'm fighting the government in courts, and he says that he's going to do something really stupid, and he's going to cuss the fucking judge out if he doesn't grant his motion, and ask him if he's fucking the prosecutor, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that he's becoming this, bold. And so I got into his chat, not just once, not twice, but many, many times. I got the screen recordings of these videos just to prove it. I screen recorded this shit. You can't find it on his channel no more. And that's why I screen recorded those videos, so I could prove to you. So I'd go in his chat and I'd tag him and I'd say, hey, Lane, I would never, you do whatever you want to do, but I would suggest that you don't do that because you're gonna screw yourself. And then he never would reply, but all of his supporters, even these YouTubers that are out here that were in there, they all started attacking me. They would all tell me, fuck you, like Dubwubs that was in here earlier. No one cares about you. What do you, go away, bad apple. I would get that constantly in a fucking live stream where I'm giving advice to the content creator to say, hey man, I wouldn't do that if I was you, bro. You can do whatever you want, but that's going to get you in trouble. And then everybody would attack me. These are his supporters who want him to fight the government and to prove that the government's bad and to hold them accountable. But then they want to attack me. So I started seeing a pattern over and over and over again that these chat box, attendees that are in here, they may appear that they're supporting him with encouraging words and donations and support and whatever it was. But then when it boils down to the brass tacks, they didn't want anybody to give him sound advice. They were attacking me because I was giving him good advice to tell him, hey, bro, I wouldn't do that. Not that he was listening to me, because he was part of it. They were just harassing me to discourage me from having any input, because it was like, oh, get out of here, bad apple. Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody wants to hear what you leave Lane alone. He knows what he's doing. He don't need your advice. And it was just nonstop, that kind of shit. And I'm like, who in the right mind would fucking say that to me? Who in the right mind would say that shit to me if they're on the same page and they don't want this guy to get hemmed up and get fucking locked up in a cage? And I said, these guys want him to fucking, and it wasn't just Lane Myers, it was everywhere. I am the most hated fucking man on YouTube in 5-6 different genres, because I tell the truth and I call people out for what I see to be the reality of these fucking social media platforms right now. Maybe that's why I'm under attack on my own fucking side of the fucking field here by other YouTubers who attack me and they weaponize the government against me. Could that be the reason why I'm under attack? Huh? Yeah, of course it could be. Because people who run around constantly calling everybody fucking pedo pogos, calling people fucking rapists and all the shit that they say, and they call the cops on people and they harass them constantly. And then they weaponize the courts when they claim that they're against police state and government fucking control. Wow, really? And then when people that are in the know, they won't call people out that are doing this? No, fuck no. This isn't me and my imagination and paranoid schizophrenia at work here. This is me peeling back the layers of the fucking onion and saying, hey, man, I think I figured you motherfuckers out, man. And then they're like, oh, fuck, man. You ever see the movie They Live? You know the movie They Live from the 80s with Roddy Piper? Based in 2025? Where he has a pair of glasses that he puts on and he can see the reality of the world and what's really going on. And he can see the lizard people, the aliens. Well, I have a permanent fucking set of eyeballs that can see this shit. And they're not cool with me calling them out. That's why I don't have people in my chats. People won't come on here and have conversations with me because they're all part of it, man. There's very few people that I know. I've been in this game for 7 years on YouTube, and there's very few YouTubers who are willing to communicate with me and to have conversations with me off the air, let alone on the air. It's not because I'm some fucked up person or whatever. It's that they know that I know the truth about what's going on out here. Do you get that? Does that make any sense to any of you? Maybe it does, maybe it don't. What's up, Blink 182 fangirl? What are you saying, Rip Curl? In the end, I think they want us all to just comply and giving up most everything in return for letting them control and supply everything. Well, there you go. See, I'm not willing to let them take anything from me. I don't need the government. I don't want the government. Big Daddy. I'm capable of taking care of myself. We're all capable of taking care of ourselves. But most people are just lackadaisical and they're going along to get along. You talk about freedom and they're like, oh, I don't want any of that, man. You know, sovereign status. Oh, you're crazy. You'll end up dead. Well, you want to be a peaceful slave, or do you want to be, you know, running around enjoying dangerous freedom? Doing what you want, as long as you ain't harming another person. Big Daddy can tell you where you can go, where you can't go, that you need a piece of paper to drive down the fucking road. Big Daddy tells you need a piece of paper to collect rainwater. Big Daddy tells you can't have fucking fish in a pond in your fucking, on your property. Big Daddy tells you can't use solar energy, that you need to be connected to the grid. Big Daddy tells you that you got to give me 40% of your fucking money or I'm going to take you and put you in jail. Fuck you. That's slavery, man. That's slavery. If you guys don't understand that slavery, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm at the 2 hour mark, guys. I'm trying to keep these videos at a decent amount of time. Not that I'm going to get anybody to panel up, you know. That's the funny part. You go on to another channel, you go into any of the other. There's people all over the place. Really? Am I that uninteresting? Am I incapable of holding a conversation that has any productive value to it? What's the matter with me? Is there something wrong with me, guys, ladies and gentlemen? It's a loaded question. I shouldn't ask that. But nonetheless, this is the world that we're living in. This is what's going on out here. And it's not going to change. It's not going to change anytime soon. Most people are afraid to lose what they have. I think that if everybody in society was to experience, you know, a complete and total lifestyle change, lose everything you own at least one time in your life, you'll understand and you'll realize that you really don't need materialistic things. You don't need to keep up with the Joneses. You'll find out what's really important in your life real quick when you lose everything that you've had. I've lost it several times through ending of relationships, and I lost it one time. I've lost everything that I own one time, and I had to start from scratch. All I had was some clothes and a little bit of household goods. When I went to prison, thanks to Big Daddy, who manipulated the record, who committed fraud, who used a private citizen to conduct their investigative fucking bullshit and become a confidential informant. There's a lot of things that go on in this world that shouldn't be happening. But anyways, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world because it taught me valuable lesson in life that I don't need all the fucking shit. I used to have all the toys. I wanted to make as much money as I could so I could spend as much money as I made. Now, I don't need shit. I don't watch TV. I don't watch sports. I don't listen to fucking devil music. I don't go to fucking concerts. I go to I have very few bands that I pay attention to. I don't participate. I don't go to the movies. The last movie I went to was the SpongeBob movie. Come on, you can't fucking go wrong with SpongeBob, right? So I went because some friends at work were like, hey, we're going to SpongeBob. Want to go to SpongeBob? And I'm like, nah. And they were like 3D. And I'm like, well, 3D? Shit, hell yeah, I'll go see that. But I hadn't been to a movie in probably years. Not probably, literally for years before that. I don't participate in that shit. When I watch anything on, you know, the boob tube, it's educational. Very few mainstream things will I watch. I love the hell out of some South Park. And I love some Family Guy. And a couple other TV shows. But more other than that, I don't participate in the shit. I don't give a fuck who's in the Super Bowl. I don't care who's in the World Series. I don't care who's going to win the Stanley Cup. I don't give a fuck. And that's where most of society needs to be, because they give you the bread and circus to distract you from the reality of what's going on out here. Since I've not paid attention to their bread and circus, it gives me more time to pay attention to what they're doing and to see through their fucking bullshit. Most people don't want to see through the bullshit. They're happy. Ignorance is bliss. Right? Right. So since nobody's coming up here, and it's 2:30 in the morning here, Eastern Standard Time, I think I'm going to bust up out of here and call it a night. And I know that some of you ain't going to like it, but that's what's going on. So I am going to end it. I know. It's too bad. But, you know, you can show me your love and tell me how much you liked it by your intense applause. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Do you think I have some good jokes and I'm entertaining? Oh, well, thanks, guys. I cracked myself up. But anywho, you guys know that it's time to sign out, right? Is it that time? What time is it? Time to get ill. Time to get ill. What? Let's see what we got here. Lynette. For some reason, Lynette always knows what's up. How does Lynette always know? How does she always know that it's coming? How does Lynette know? How does Lynette always know? The rest of you don't know. How is that possible? Huh? I don't know. So let's cue it up. Let's give you a little bit of my outro music. There's it at. Here it is. We'll share the screen. I should probably have this all queued up one day. You know, I'm a shitty YouTuber, guys. Can't help myself. I'm a shitty YouTuber. This is how it goes. So let me put this on the screen. And I thank y'all for stopping by. I'll run down the names, but we'll just say good night, y'all. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss off, forget it, I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste bitch, you can fucking try me. If you want to hate bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go with hate bitch, you can fucking fight me.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste bitch, you can fucking try me. If you want to hate bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
Ain't no motherfucker